Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Candy J, coming to you from Florida still, y'all. Yes, I have one more full day here, and then we get home late on Tuesday evening. But I cannot be here and not talk to you. So if you are just knowing, if you don't know who I am, my name is Candy J. I am a certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute and the American Colleges of Sexology. I am a relationship and intimacy coach. I specialize in putting the oohs and the ahs back into your relationship, but I'm a little different because I focus on premarital and marital counseling. And so I do this by helping you foster better communication in your relationship. It's not just about the intimacy; it's about the communication in all the other rooms, so that you can flow together in a healthy, thriving relationship. And so when you are choosing a counselor, a coach, a therapist, you want to choose somebody that has the education and the experience. And if you don't know, I was married for 16 years. And so everything that I specialize in, I have been through. And I've gotten that wisdom and understanding and knowledge. And so I specialize in dating after the divorce. I specialize in postpartum depression, actually. I specialize in sex education for all ages, sex therapy for ages 21 and up. And premarital and marital counseling, I think I said that. And so today, I just want to quickly talk to you about. I won't be before you long. I know I always say that. Somehow I go over my time, but I want to talk to you about marriage and relationships being a beautiful garden. And so I know that you see the title of this, and it's like beautiful marriages don't spring up in a wasteland. Let's think about that. When you think about the wasteland, like I think about, I live in the city of Grand Prairie, and there is a waste, like that big hill that they put all the waste in. It's down the street. It's somewhere. It's hidden. It's off hidden somewhere in mountains, right? Like over off of, I can't think of the name of the street, but if you know Dallas, you know what I'm talking about. And so this is where all of our trash and our garbage go, right? This is something that all cities have, and you put it off to the side somewhere, and it stinks and it grows and it just looks dirty, right? Well, can anything really healthy come out of that particular area? Like when you drive past it, it looks terrible, right? It looks like what it is, a dump, a wasteland. How can beautiful trees and vegetation and tomatoes and all these things, corn, that are healthy for us, grow out of that? Would you garden there if you're a gardener? Hmm. If you like gardens and nature, would you go sifting through that wasteland? Why would you dump those type of things into your marriage? And in the wasteland in the marriage or in your relationship is unnecessary sarcasm and judgment and toxicity. Let's see. We're talking about fighting with unfair fighting, because everybody is going to have an argument or disagreement, and it's about how you navigate through that argument and disagreements, right? It's about requiring your relationship to be cultivated, right? How do you cultivate a relationship? Well, let's see. I can think of a few things, right? Let's weed out things that threaten to overtake your relationship. Let's think about this. We can think about drinking too much. We can think about having extramarital affairs or friends that really make our significant other uncomfortable. How about lack of communication? How about not knowing each other's love language and not being able to cater to the other person. So, watering your relationship looks like seeking wise counsel, trusted friends, a coach, a counselor, a therapist, trusted clergy. When think about this, when you get into an argument or a major situation in your relationship, you should always have a designated person. I will quote this till the day I die. You should always have a designated person in your relationship that your significant partner also agrees with, an unbiased person that will always give it to you straight and will always be able to say, mm, sis, bro, yeah, you were wrong in this particular action, and he might have been wrong or she might have been wrong at the way she reacted to that, but you were wrong on X, Y, and Z. Or when you get into a real altercation where you feel like you two are at your wits' end and you cannot peacefully come to a resolution in the situation, who do you go to? I always tell people that in relationships, especially when you have been married a while or in a strong bond for a very long time, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you should always have your friends together. You should have his friends, or her and her, or his and his, however your relationship is set up. There's no judgment over here. Um, but however your household is set up, you should always have your friends, their friends, and your friends together. And if you are not going to a coach, a counselor, or a therapist, or a pastor, or priest, whoever, if you're not going to somebody for wise counsel, somewhere in this tribe of people, there should be another couple or a trusted friend that you guys can go to and pour into you. And watering this garden, right? There's sunshine. That's if you believe in prayer, meditation, knowing love languages. And I think I probably mention love languages almost every time I come on to talk about anything because it's so important. And listen, I don't want you to put all your stock in love languages, right? There are 5 different love languages. Gifts, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, active service. Those are the 5. But in those 5, there are so many things that branch off into those. But if you know your partner's love language and do some of the things that will cultivate it and water it and grow it and trim those things off that don't apply to your relationship, man. So, Candy, what are you talking about? Relationships, they wither in the absence of effort, or they come under external attack or when misplaced priorities are allowed. So let's think about this. You know, when I'm talking to you guys, I always have some notes written out to you because it helps me remember those key points that I want to talk to you about. So let's think about this. Relationships wither in the absence of intentional effort. Why do I keep bringing up love languages? Let's give you an example. I have a client right now, a couple. One of their love languages is quality time and physical touch. The other's love language is words of affirmation. That was the highest. Like, I don't know if you've ever taken the love language test, you'll know it breaks it down. Like, usually there's 33, 35, or 27, 9. It really high numbers at the top, Hers at the very, very top, words of affirmation had like at least almost 48% words of affirmation. But the partner that has physical touch and quality time breaks down this other person, the other partner in the relationship, with her words. She cuts her like with a knife. Okay? I've heard things out of her mouth where she's called her ugly. She's called her what's the other word that she utilized? It just very, very ugly words to her partner. And like she's a piece of shit, honestly. Like she is boo boo on a stick. And so, because her love language over here is words of affirmation, she's not giving her any of the quality time and physical touch because she keeps lacking in this here. Let's be clear. Words can kill. There is power in the there is power in death in your tongue. Life and death are in the power of this tongue. And so I'm going back to my example here. She can't give her the love that she wants because she's tearing her down. It's a two-way street. There are some other things happening here. But when you know that your mouth is what's tearing this other person down and that's their love language, and you're not building and cultivating and growing, even if you don't feel that way right now. Okay, guys, I'm over my time. I'm over my time. There's so much here that I can give you. But let's do this. I will come back for part 2. But cultivate this relationship. That means you put in work every day. You clock in every single day. You don't get an off day in your relationship. Why? That's when weeds tend to grow. And if you don't trim down those weeds, if you don't water, taking out the time to love, respect, do those things that your significant partner wants and needs from you, because wants sometimes we can get away with those, but when you get into Maslow's 5 Candy, let me stop there because I will get into the hierarchy of needs. But water your relationship. That means reading a book that you may need to read about emotional intelligence. If you're into prayer, that might be getting Stormy Martian's book, The Power of a Praying Wife. If you're into trying to figure out how to romance your wife, you might want to take my spice course. Your wife or your husband, you might want to take my spice course if you need to rekindle the flame in your relationship. That's called cultivating. That's called pouring in to the relationship. So I have so much more to say, but I'm going to stop me right there. Listen, if you have gotten something out of any part of this live, I want you to hashtag flower garden, hashtag I'll water it, hashtag cultivation. Any of those, let me know. Or send me a DM and let me know that if there's something that I can do to help you. My office, again, is located at 1601 East Lamar, Suite 204 in Arlington, Texas, 76011. Or you can call 972-670-7787 if you need to make an appointment. I'm always here for you, whether it be virtually or whether it be in person. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I'll see you again this evening. Have a great day, guys.